Hello guys, my name is Olufemi. It's good to be part of the Unlock Academy. And today I'll be creating a tutorial on JavaScript. This time around we'll be looking at how to write a simple guessing game with JavaScript. No CSS. So you might not like the look and feel, but we just want to work on the logic, which is the JavaScript part of it. So as you are looking at my screen, I'm using Visual Code. You can actually um, use any editor of your choice. So I've already created a folder called Guess Game. Guess Game has index.html and script.js. Now, index.html will consist of course, our HTML code, and our JavaScript code will go into the script.js. So let's begin. Let me start by type. I don't know why I have to type this now. HTML. But it's not going to take time for me. It's part of the learning process anyway. Start with the head. Let me just skip the rest and jump to title. So I'll call it JavaScript. JavaScript training. Guessing game. Our super guessing game. Okay, let's continue. So I'm going to jump right to the body part of the code. So here we need to have like a header that actually tell us or tell the user what we are building or we are about to play. It's a game, you know. So yes, a game. Yes, a game. That's fine. So let me start with. I'm trying to be fast here, so I don't waste much of my time creating this. A div to wrap the whole HTML. Then we need a button to start the game. The user should be able to say start game. Yeah, this is it. So this particular button is going to let us start the game. And I'm going to put on that div. This should hold the whole game itself. So I'm going to have a label. Yeah, I know I'm going too fast, but I believe you should understand what I'm trying to do. Label gets the number. I don't know. Then we need an input field that the user can actually type into. Input tag to number. Yeah, I'm using numbers since we're expecting number. That's HTML5 for it. And it's going to have an ID. Remember, JavaScript, so we'll be using the ID. Let's call it number. For another wall. And we also need another button to say something like guess now. When you click on it, guess. Now, I think we are done. So one more thing, we need to actually call our script.js inside the index.html. So we'll be calling it down here. I will tell you why later. Script source. Where is it coming from? It's coming from JS. So now the reason why I don't have any forward slash because the index.html and script.js are actually sitting in the same folder. So I'm calling it directly. Let's be professional. It's a little script. What type? Text JavaScript. We know, but for conversion's sake. Okay, fine. So we have our HTML ready. Now let's test it in the browser. Now there's this package that I use. It's a load package. I don't know if you know about Node. Node package for it runs this particular, I beg your pardon, this particular package actually runs your static website as if it's on a web server. So the name is live server. I've already installed it. If you want to install it, all you just need to do is to type in your command terminal and say npm install live server and you press enter. That you need to have your load installed before you can do this. So, but for now, I've installed it, so all I just need is to call it live server. So just watch the magic. It's going to perform magic. I don't know why it's slow. Now it's coming. Did they see it? It's running on port 8080, so more or less like a virtual server. This is our super fantastic, the best game in the world. Just joking. Okay, now we have the guest number. This button, once you click on it, you're able to start the game, and this actually actually should get the number. And once we click on guess now, it should be able to tell us, oh, you guessed right or you are wrong. So let's go back. Now, we want to, first thing we need to do is able to test our button to see if they work. Once you click, you should be able to do something. So let's go to the button, this guess now button. So we need to add an event, which is the on-click event. I don't know if you know about JavaScript events. There are lots of them. You need to read about them. It's what makes JavaScript dynamic. So once you have your on-click, you need to add your function. And let's call it guess now function. Yes. So we'll be writing a guess now function in the script.js. Now, I hope you know how to write a function. Function guess now. So let's test it and say, okay, alert. It's working. Save. Also save. Now refresh. And we click on it. Pow! It's working. So we know our guess now button is working. Also, let's test one other button, the start game button. So we have another event, same as on click. Let's give it another function name called start game. Yeah, start game. Let's go like that function and say start game. That's game started. Okay, so let me run it. I click on this, game started. Let's see the other button. Guess now it's working. So perfectly, we have our two buttons running with our function. So looking at this, let me go back to the page. From the beginning of the game, we don't want this guess the number, the input for guess number to appear until you click on start game. So how do we achieve that? Wow, okay. So we have a div that actually holds the guess, the number, the input field, and the button. So you can actually write an inline CSS. This one way to do it like inline CSS, which is a bad thing to do. We should have actually write our CSS, but for just learning sake. So I'm going to write inline CSS display none. Now let's go to our browser. As you can see, we can't see it. So until we click this start game, that's when it's going to show. So that has been done. Now let's go to our start game function, because that is what we actually bring it back. Now remember, let's see this particular div. We need to have like an ID. Let's call it game board, which is fine. Okay, so we need to start game. This is where we are. So let's remove this alerts. Oh no, I can't still use it. Okay, so what we just need is to declare a variable var. I'm actually using AS5, not AS6 in this tutorial. So variable game board, call it game board, equals documents dot get elements. Yeah. So actually, what we actually doing now is what we call DOM manipulation, document object model manipulation. We're actually touching the DOM. So which is game board. Okay, so we have game board, and we can see how do we bring it out. If it's a game board dot style display block. Yeah, we're actually writing CSS in JavaScript. So remember, in here we actually wrote style display none. So we're actually getting whatever it is under this ID of game board, hide it. So here, what we are saying, whatever that's under the ID of game board, show it. So let's run it, refresh, and let's click. Game started. Show. Boom. Game has started. I hope you understand. So our game has actually started. But one thing is wrong. We don't want to start game also to appear. Once we click on start game, we don't want it to appear. We want it to disappear. Okay, so let's go back to the button and also give the button an ID of start. So all we just need to do is to repeat. Let me remove this alert. Is to repeat whatever we've done with this. So I'm going to copy to make it fast. Say I'm on this is start. So I'll call it start. It's going to get the element called start. So I'm going to say display. So this will come in. That's not a good one. So start. What's in the style? Display none. Okay, fine. So this is good. Let's start game. Let me refresh for you to see. Click. Ooh, now our game has started. Let's start playing the game. Awesome. So we are moving. What is next? We need to actually look at what is next. Okay. Since it's a guessing game, we actually need a random number. Now, I want us to look at how we can actually write a function and we use it anytime, any day, anywhere. So we are going to write a function with JavaScript. It's going to be dynamic. let me start, then you understand. So we write a function called generates random numbers. Oh, very long name. Okay, now this random number, since we want to make it dynamic, we pass a parameter. I'll call it n. N can be anything. N should be a number anyway. So now how do we do it? I'm going to put a variable called random. I'll say equals. Now in JavaScript, to create a random number, you use something called math. That's random. But one thing about this is not going to work with what we want to do, because math does random will generate a floating number. We want a whole number. So with that, we'll be using another math function called math.float. Now we now multiply it by the number of n. I'm going to explain this and return random. Okay, so let me explain this. We want to generate a number, so we really don't know. It could be generate random number between 0 and 10, or 0 and 50, or 0 and 5,000. So it means when it's generating the number, it's going to generate between that 0 and 1,000. So, but we want to make it dynamic, that we can actually call the function anytime, anywhere, to say, okay, this time around, I don't want to generate between 0 and 9. I want it to generate between 10 and 50, for example. So that is what this function is. We'll test it. And how do we test this? Okay, let's just do some.